Hello everyone, this is Shiva from funapps.online, and in this video I'm going to show you how to monetize your app. To make this happen, we need to do 5 things. The first one is, of course, we need to register with the AppBrain website. Then we need to download the AAR file, or basically the SDK file, and we need to save it to our additional libraries folder. There are certain code that we need to then add it to the manifest editor, and then of course make a reference to the SDK and then add the codes. And in the next 10 minutes I'm going to show you how do we activate AppBrain into our app and show ads based on certain event or a timer event. So first let's go to the AppBrain website. Of course you need to click on sign up, and then of course you sign up with your credentials. Now to download the SDK, let's go down, and then we need to click on AppBrain SDK. Okay, and on this page all we have to do is just click on the Get SDK button at the top, and it will take us to the GitHub website from where we can download the SDK. So I'm saving the zip file onto my desktop, and what we need to do is we need to unzip this zip file. So let's unzip that one. Okay, so I've unzipped the file, and when you unzip it, you have to first go to Unity, and then there is another zip file inside the Unity folder which we need to unzip. Now once we unzip it, there would be a plugin folder, and inside the plugin folder you will have the AAR file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this AAR file, and I'm going to save it in my additional libraries folder. Okay, so I've saved my file in the additional libraries folder, and now the next step is to edit the manifest. So over here I'm just copy pasting the code. All these codes are available for download, and the link is there in the description file. So I'm just making changes to the manifest file, which basically is giving permission for AppBrain to access the internet. And then now I need to reference the AAR file. So I'll just put hash additional jar and then the file name. So what this will do is when you run this program, it will go to the additional libraries folder, and then it will pick up the SDK AAR file. So now what we need to do is we need to put in the codes to display the ad. Now we want to show the ad in the display jokes module. So basically when the jokes are being displayed, I want to show a banner ad right at the bottom. And when I press the back button, or when I move out of the screen, I want the full page ad, or the interstitial ad as we call it, to be displayed. Creating variables for the banner ad. Now to do this we need to include the Java object library. So I'm creating two variables. One is the banner ad variable, which will show the banner ad, and the other one is the context variable, which will basically initialize the AppBrain object. So I'm just saying ctxt, which is a short form for context, and I'm initializing that. And I'm going to create a function, create banner, which will pass it as default, pass value as default. And now I want the banner to be shown right at the bottom. So I'll say activity add view, banner add. Now 0 means the starting point is 0, and of course activity height minus, let's keep it as 90 dip, and the width would be the entire width of the screen, and the height would be again 90 dip. Now what we need to do is I will copy the banner event or function code over here. Again, like I mentioned before, the code is available for download and the link is provided in the description box. So let's run the program and see whether do we have the banner ad or not. Okay, as you can see, we do have the banner coming at the bottom. I think the banner height is too much, so let's reduce it to 50 dip. Also, we can't see the left and the right arrow key. So let's go back to the code and I will change it to 50 dip. Okay, let's run it and see. Okay, so the banner ad looks good. I think we just need to change the position of the left and the right arrow. So let's go to designer and change the position of those two images. Now I'm using the jokes app which we had created in the previous video. So if you do not have this app, I would request you to just see the previous video and download the source code from there. Okay, looks all right. Let's move the right one to the right a little bit. And let's run the program once again. Okay, so the app looks great and it's working fine. So we now have a banner ad. And if I click on the ad, of course, I get an option to download an app. Now what we need to do is, let's create an interstitial ad, which is nothing but basically a full screen ad. And to do that, I'll again create a variable inter ad. And let's again create the ad. So it's going to be inter ad, create ad, and then I'll pass the value default. Now again I'll copy paste the code over here to create the ad. Okay, let's run it. Okay, it's not showing. Oh yes, we didn't use the show option. So okay, let's go back. And what we now need to do is we have created the ad, but we need to show the ad as well. So let me just copy this entire thing back to the create event, and let's show the ad. So I'll just say inter dot run method show, and then I'll pass the context array over here. I'm using it under resumes because every time the code resumes, I want the ad to be displayed. I have a feeling that it will create a problem. Let's see. Okay, so it's definitely showing the ad, which is good. Let's close this ad. Yeah. So every time it goes to the resume function, the ad gets shown. I think what we'll do is I'll just put it in the back button. So every time someone presses the back button to go to the main category screen, you will see an ad. You can choose whichever event you want to show the ad. So I'll just paste the code over here to show the ad, and let's run it. Okay, let's click. Yep, it's working fine. So now whenever the user presses the back button to come onto the main screen, it will show the ad. Now the other way of displaying an ad is to put a timer. So rather than based on event, what we want is, let's say if the person is using the app for 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes you want the ad to come automatically. Now to do that, it's very simple. We just need to create a small timer variable. So let's create a variable ad timer, and then I will initialize the variable. So add timer dot initialize the event name and then the time that I want the ad to come, or basically the time after which the event will get triggered. So timer 1 is the event, and let's do it 30 seconds so that at least we can see it in the video. So I'll just put 30,000. Please remember the time over here is in milliseconds, so 30,000 means 30 seconds. So I'll say the add timer enable equal to true, and we need to create a small function that would be timer1, which is the event name underscore tick. Now whatever is the code within this function will get executed every 30 seconds. And all we do is we'll just show the ad. So I'll cut the code from the back and I'll put it onto the timer. Now I'm not going to change enable equals to false because I want this timer to be executed every 30 seconds. Of course, in reality, you'll probably use it as maybe a couple of minutes or 5 minutes. So you want the ad to be repeated every 5 minutes as such. So let's run it. And now we wait for 30 seconds. And as you can see, the event is executed and we can see the ad after 30 seconds. So that's it for this video. I hope you're able to monetize your app using AppBrain. If you like the video, I would request you to please click the like button and subscribe to our channels for more how-to videos. Thank you again for watching. This is Shiva from funapps.online.